What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Eclectic Beard Reactions. This go around, we got part 4, Akala, Fire in the Booth. Let's take a listen. If this is anything like the others, it's just going to be mind-blowing. So let's take a look.
My next show.
I know you gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
You ready, cuz?
Always, bro. Always.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yo, listen. 10-year anniversary. Akala.
Turn up, turn up.
Uncle Akala, the flow father. You already know that I'm smarter than half of the darker the shit get harder. I spit yet fools when I act like they can't get a quick death. How many careers have been ended in a time that I've only ascended? Just telling things how they are now, why would the truth be offensive? I was independent when everybody signed, still independent, respect my grind, own my own masters, know what that mean? Understand back catalogue, are you green? Seen me.
Well, that's good. He owns his own masters. That means he doesn't have a record label over the top of him telling him what he can and can't put out. Yeah, that works. No, that don't work. He owns his music.
Understand back catalogue, are you green? Seen means that my kids have a pension. I ain't got kids, just thought I would mention. See my intention, mangle a mention, murder a syllable and strangle a sentence. Stand to attention, all of your henchmen still couldn't bench him, cause he's too heavyweight brethren. Like old school jungle selection, come through humble a veteran. 10 years since the first album, 10 years no daytime radio, 10 years still touring, that's real supporters. We all know why they don't play me though. I'm that rapper, rap about matters that actually matter. Challenging power, what? Every single tour is 10% more now. Why do you think that happens? Content matters, albums matter, songs they matter, lyrics they matter, integrity matters, flows it matter. It's worth the skibble, we deal with the matter, no industry hype. Just write what I like, it's a DB.
Now see, to take and be doing stuff like that for 10 years and not have major label backing and or radio play and stuff like that, that shows a dedicated fan base, number one. It also shows people recognize real when they hear it.
Just write what I like, it's a DB code with a mic. This I am Mike, wouldn't like, cause the fight is a roll of the dice, like rolling on ice. Organs openly sliced, cold, I told you the price. Colder than ice, nah, colder than life. Living in a war zone, hold my advice. Take shortcuts, get cut short. Long road, hard road, but more sure. World tour that I'm doing at the end of the year should make all this clear. Some only get visibility, so a silly fool called me a failure. I smiled to myself, these times I was on the plane to Australia. Sold out shows on the other side of the globe, but fools only know what's in front of their nose. So they stunt, pose, but they can't sell shows cause their music is poo and they got no flow. I know, you might be astonished, dog shit cannot be polished. No
Oh my God. See, he's taking in, oh my God, he's flourishing despite people not liking what, despite having haters out there. Somebody telling me he's a failure. They're talking about dog shit can't be polished. Boy, I tell you what, that is hilarious. I've always said that you polish a turd and it's still a turd. No matter how much shine you put on it.
No, you might be astonished, dog shit cannot be polished. No matter how you push it on the public, son, you cannot make them love it, son. You know how many rappers can pack out a venue in Addis Ababa. Guess what? It was the only one Bob Marley ever did play in Africa. You write raps, I write history on the page, and quite literally an elder statesman to my own generation, an inspiration, cause the flows that I came with is a solo played by Miles Davis. Who don't know he's the greatest. So if Charlie tells anybody else their fire in the booth is the best there's been, is he high? Does he lie? Nah, he knows that I'm in my own league. I'm judged totally separate. If we're actually going on the evidence, you wanna be a foe, do you know what the level is? You wanna be a pro, can you roll with the cleverest? Genius, I know it. Kinda like a roadside tug, get a poet. Kinda like a warrior, kinda like a scholar, but I could be an arse, so don't make me show it. I know certain kind of supporters don't like when I get this bossy.
Dude, this is just absolutely insane so far. What? Holy crap, man. Like, for real.
I know certain kind of supporters don't like when I get this mossy. You think that I care? All that show, you don't really know me. See, I'm an arrogant fuck on the mic. I am not humble, I'm only nice in real life. Who wants an MC that does not think that a shit? That defeats the whole point. Combat sport, this rap stuff. That's why man gets slapped when they act up. They cannot catch us, they will get backed up. You can feel the energy coming through the chakras. No aggression, the hood's not listening, cause aggression is what they're living in. So I keep spitting it, every day I'm spinning them. Call me.
Damn. talking about aggression. You come with aggression and they're not listening because that's what they live in. That's one of those. That's one of those things right there that, bruh. The more stuff I get recommended by him, or whether it be Mike Righteous, or it be low key, like just a brilliance of what they take and bring to the table. This is just, it's one of those deals where it's like, man, this is, every one of his have been so good.
I keep spitting it, every day I'm spinning them. Call me Akala, there is no synonym, nobody similar. Not the same, I rap about life, they rap about chains. Yeah, we all get dough and we all drive mercs. All do festivals, all get work. We don't all lecture at Oxford with a hoodie on, cause I got no response for their nonsense. Don't all do education in war zones. Man, I shook to go Peckham. Despite all the big talk, they were not walking half of the places I step in. Catch me in anyone's hood on my own. Kids act like they seen a ghost, I'm like little bro. I'm 32 years old, you think I care about a postcode? I'm not invincible, I can get removed from the physical, but if
See, he's talking about we all take and drive, we all make money, we all drive the flashy cars, essentially. You're talking about Mercedes or whatever, but they're not taking and doing shows in the place that he's doing shows at. Because they're going to where the popular artists aren't going to take and go into the places he's going in. Basically, they can't take and pull the crowd that he can pull. Those that his lyrics mean something to.
For the places I step in, catch me in anyone's hood on my own. Kids act like they seen a ghost, I'm like little bro. I'm 32 years old, you think I care about a postcode? I'm not invincible, I can get removed from the physical, but if I get murked, probably be political. Cause the things that come out of my mouth is a madness. I am a rebellious bastard with no respect for authority. So I don't suggest that you follow me. It's true, this can all end horribly, but I still be the anomaly and entrepreneur. I don't say it cause it sounds cool, it's actually true. Ain't got a diamond chain, I admit it, but I do got an office with employees in it. Do take youngsters all around the globe, get them paid for the brain and the lyrics, while media wanna still paint us like we are just nothing but crooks. Along comes one so cool, it can make it cool to rap about books. And you can think that's sneaky and stupid, but all that show that you're clueless.
So instead of taking and owning all these chains that have the iced out or whatever, he's actually got a business, he's got employees, and he's taking I'm inferring from this, he's taking younger rappers around the world so they can take and be heard, and they can also, I'm guessing, see, they can learn as they're taking and honing their stuff.
Chain, I admit it, but I do got an office with employees in it. Do take youngsters all around the globe, get them paid for the brain and the lyrics, while media wanna still paint us like we are just nothing but crooks. Along comes one so cool, it can make it cool to rap about books. And you can think that's sneaky and stupid, but all that show that you're clueless. Cause the global revenue from books every year is like 10 times more than music. Now I've sold how many books and self-published, how does that look? For those that only respect checks, swear the accountant ain't cooking the books, son. And I don't even think that capitalism should decide how you rate a rap on a rhythm. That is the
Yep. He's right. And see, that's the thing. You got music. Most music, it leads back to the whole programming. They're programming you. They're taking and numbing your minds, basically. You take and open that book, though. You take and open a book. Number one, if you got the talent and ability, you can take and write a book. You can make money on your own. There's plenty of ways to take and self-publish these days. But you got to take and gain some intelligence. Take and read some books.
The age we're living in, isn't it? It's all about materialism, more important than any paper debt. Do you check for the youth them? Let's see. Any one of them little tugs right there. It could have been me. It could have been me. It could have been me. 15, I was in chimes and trends. Coliseum way back then, surrounded by big men and the clap of a skeng. You know what's being smoked ain't green, but everybody pretends. These time I kick ball for the hammers. Weed and the girls put a spanner in the matters. Fact of the matter is, lost my discipline. Late night brethren's whip with a stick in it. He took it from under his dad's mattress. I never grew up with dad. Who's better off? Complicated, I'm undercompensating. Everybody talks road, I let them fake it. My olders was organised crime. They lick banks, so I ain't gas when you say you bag grams. Bad man, what's that? Madman, stop that. They manufacture gas, we just pop that. They import, export, we just shot that. Hustle ain't saying I not that. I'm just saying we should see it's deliberate, and by now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it. Mass incarceration ridiculous.
Alright, I'm gonna rewind this back some. That way I can try to catch some of what he's saying, because this flow is just absolutely amazing.
More important than any paper debt. Do you check for the youth them? Let's see. Any one of them little tugs right there. It could have been me. It could have been me. It could have been me. 15, I was in chimes and trends. Coliseum way back then, surrounded by big men and the clap of a skeng. You know what's being smoked ain't green, but everybody pretends. These time I kick ball for the hammers. Weed in the girls, put a spanner in the matters. Fact of the matter is, lost my discipline. Late night brethren's whip with a stick in it. He took it from under his dad's mattress. I never grew up with dad. Who's better off? Complicated, I'm undercompensating. Everybody talks road, I let them fake it. My olders was organised crime. They lick banks, so I ain't gas when you say you bag grams. Bad man, what's that? Madman, stop that. They manufacture gas, we just pop that. They import, export, we just shot that. Hustle ain't saying I not that. I'm just saying we should see it's deliberate, and by now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it, mass incarceration ridiculous. So I go jail and I chat to the man them, fire in the booth part one what I rap them, explaining the system and how all trap them, action more than rap them. All my fire in the booths, they have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect, and they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua. But despite all the personal comfort, I still feel sick when I think of the massacres. The world is fucked, there's enough to go round, but will you rule back? There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the script, just stun. Tell him about your whip, brand new something and sit.
Dude, he's going off, man. Taking it, going after the industry and just society basically as a whole, at least is how it's freaking presented and everything like that, man.
In it. He took it from under his dad's mattress. I never grew up with dad. Who's better off? Complicated, I'm undercompensating. Everybody talks road, I let them fake it. My olders was organised crime. They lick banks, so I ain't gas when you say you bag grams. Bad man, what's that? Madman, stop that. They manufacture gas, we just pop that. They import, export, we just shot that. Hustle ain't saying I not that. I'm just saying we should see it's deliberate, and by now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it. Mass incarceration ridiculous.
And see, that's the other thing he taking and talking about, mass incarceration too, right there. Dude, that's... No, especially over here, it's basically prison for profit. Or for-profit prisons. So, making money off the taxpayer and everything like that. It's just crazy. Sounds like he's talking about the difference between the street hustle and basically the corporate hustle. Talking about import and export and things of that nature. Because you got both at both levels.
So I go jail and I chat to the man them, fire in the booth part one what I rap them, explaining the system and how all trap them, action more than rap them. All my fire in the booths, they have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect, and they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua. But despite all the personal comfort, I still feel sick when I think of the massacres. The world is fucked, there's enough to go round, but will you rule back? There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the script, just stun. Tell him about your whip, brand new something and sit. How many girls wanna? Well, cuz, come on, let's be honest. I was not ugly before this shit. So you can imagine, but the brain power you cannot fathom. I mean it truly from the bottom of my heart, though. Please jump on the bandwagon, I've made it. Cool to be conscious again, say thanks, cause I know that you got more sense. I know that you know yourself when you were sat down with your grind and the friends. That's our culture, respect for the elders. If you snort coke, let me call you a coke kid, no biggie. When I rant with a car, I'm so silly. I'm like my grand's name, so Millie. 10 years first album, 10 years no daytime play. But in October we're selling out cocoa. Come along, learn about a show on the stage. No hype man, no cup in the mic. Musicians and visuals all mixed right. And like 40 songs squeezed into an hour and a half. His supporters actually know. Consistency matters, the rest is just package. Imagine these rappers is tragic. Sitting at home, having to watch me. They're like, I swear it's black magic. Yeah, black magic. Griot, tradition of the rappers. I study my craft, you man, them are slackers. Bow in the presence of greatness. So you're only trained to rate fakeness. Love that I get is so overwhelming. I don't even see no haters. Yeah, few man I got more status. Which one has more respect? That's what I thought. Akala's
so far, it's his best one out of all of them, hands down. First one was amazing. Second one was awesome. This right here, though,
the one that they still can't get. Cause I'm like Dennis Brown meets DMX. I'm like Shabba and Brocky and Deck. Running down old school Stratford Rex. I feel sorry for whoever comes next. That's like running after Usain Bolt. That's like singing after John Holt. That's like trying to floss on the Pope. He's so beyond money, he tries to act broke. I'm like every book's written at once. So I got the youth's head fucked like skunk. Little bit of reggae mixed with a bit of punk. And a discipline, never boo this monk. Like how it feels when you come, she comes at the same time. Now you are one. Oof, you will swear there's a God when you're done.
oh my god. Oh my God, just the way he took and brought everything, being like this, that, and the other, and basically paint a picture of how good something is, and ended it with like you and your lady taking and climaxing at the same time. You'll believe there is a God. That's
Even if you know you don't believe in one, son, all of my children have left the building. Charlie can't have them back cause I've killed them. If I don't feel them, they ain't real, them fate is sealed then. Just don't deliberate over the ill estate soldier, the middleweight roller, didn't we take over, the middleweight roller, the ill estate soldier, deliberate over. Lines that I rhyme with a force, so hard it separate your mind from your thoughts. Know that I am inclined to divorce, you little big mouth from the height of your horse. See, it's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get a line in chalk, those that talk shit get a line of support.
Yep, those that take and tell the truth does not sell. The truth does not sell at all. Like he said, those that take and sell you a lot of shit, those are the ones that are taking and have everybody fawning over them, everything like that.
It's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get a line in chalk. Those that talk shit get a line of support. Right round the block for the minds that they bought. For the dominant philosophy, the legal armed robbery, the global monopoly that's fucking up the only planet that we got. If I have my way, I'll tell the truth, I'll let them rock. But unfortunately, it's...
Bring that back, talking about legal robbery and...
Till then, just don't deliberate over the ill estate soldier, the middleweight roller, didn't we take over, the middleweight roller, the ill estate soldier, deliberate over. Lines that I rhyme with a force, so hard it separate your mind from your thoughts. Know that I am inclined to divorce, you little big mouth from the height of your horse. See, it's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get a line in chalk, those that talk shit get a line of support. Right round the block for the minds that they bought. For the dominant philosophy, the legal armed robbery, the global monopoly that's fucking up the only planet that we got.
Talking about the global monopoly, which the banks have a global monopoly on the money supply and wealth and everything like that. They basically take and dictate the world markets. Policy doesn't really dictate the markets too bad unless it's like really, 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 really awful. It's the bankers. They're the ones that take and set all that stuff.
Philosophy, the legal armed robbery, the global monopoly that's fucking up the only planet that we got. If I have my way, I'll tell the truth, I'll let them rock. But unfortunately, it's not. Fuck off. This is so easy. I love this shit, but I'm almost bored. I could write one of these every month, but to give them a chance, I've only wrote 4 core. Man, they're not training. They're not ready for the levels of Shaolin.
Said he could do it every month, but to give him a shot, he's only wrote 4. And this goes back to this goes back, and I'm sure he probably could. He's just that awesome, but it also goes back to what he was talking about earlier, talking about he's nice in real life, but he's arrogant on the mic. That persona.
That's almost an hour of bars, my dog, none of which is on my albums. And I got 6, and I write books and plays and scripts. Still find time to go teach in the bits. Who told you that he's not the shit? Well, a black...
Teaches, writes, screenplay, raps, owns a bit. He's a Renaissance man, folks.
Hilarious. Oh, what is this little idiot? Try chat to me and you know me can't feel it. Boy, try small me, your eye them tall. Too damn big for your belly. Not on your nelly, not on your life. Could you find one to touch him on the mic? Yeah, right. Imagine a famous rapper from the States barring for 10 minutes straight. With the bloody cheek to do it double time every time. How much piss does he take? Knows that he's great, knows that you're fake, knows that he won't have a bar from your mate, knows that you're late. Look at the anti.
Ooh, he's not wrong. Talking about artists over here from over here in the States taking it doing a bar 10 minutes long. Ain't happening, cuz it just ain't happening. I'm telling you like that.
Imagine a famous rapper from the States barring for 10 minutes straight. With the bloody cheek to do it double time every time. How much piss does he take? Knows that he's great, knows that you're fake, knows that he won't have a bar from your mate, knows that you're late. Look at the anticipate every word that I say when I spake. Cause it's the knowledge of Timbuktu mixed with the slang of a London hue. Added in a heart and a soul of the blues. My youth, now how can I not go true? Half of a cracker plus half of a coon, half of a kelp plus half of a maroon. If I'm feeling anything that's close to half heart, ain't your half more than half doomed. Half of my tune contains more content than every single thing you'd ever do. Guessing is easy, but only a few could spit content and still slew. I'm sure you noticed this true. One of them is not you. You what? You wanna have a Barney with the magic mount, the machine gun armies, with the only one that is channeling Marley. You watch rappers while I'm studying Garvey. Left that. We can all see who's the best that you came for. Connect 4, I came for a chess match. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. And I ain't this black women to make my living. So who's more successful than him? Yeah, I got love in my heart, but it's not all peace and love. Nah, are you kidding? Yes, there were things worth killing and dying for. Ends ain't one of them though. What you lying for? Now if a man runs in your house, Tom's your mum in the side of a mouth. Who in the right mind wouldn't understand why you ended up taking him out? Yes, love is not soft or sorry. Love is so tough it can make your mum catch your body. Love's the only thing worth.
Dude, he's just... This is amazing, man.
This ain't one of them though, what you lying for? Now if a man runs in your house, Tom's your mum in the side of a mouth, who in the right mind wouldn't understand why you ended up taking him out? Yes, love is not soft or sorry, love is so tough it can make your mum catch your body. Love's the only thing worth killing and dying for, that's what I've learned in my time on this earth. Think that I'm wrong, go to a lifer's wing. Look the man them in the eyes, done that many times, got one too many rhymes. The London in my lines, a dungeon for these guys. Crush them to define 100 at a time, must have defined the cusp of what is rhyme. Clutching and I climb up the level line, was always at the top, but now they recognize. Trust you recline when I go double time, the flow is so ridiculous, I do prophesied. Guys are ill-advised to dive into a fight with I the wicked.
What?
Out, who in the right mind wouldn't understand why you ended up taking him out? Yes, love is not soft or sorry, love is so tough it can make your mum catch your body. Love's the only thing worth killing and dying for, that's what I've learned in my time on this earth. Think that I'm wrong, go to a lifer's wing. Look the man them in the eyes, done that many times, got one too many rhymes. The London in my lines, a dungeon for these guys. Crush them to define 100 at a time, must have defined the cusp of what is rhyme. Clutching and I climb up the level line, was always at the top, but now they recognize. Trust you recline when I go double time, the flow is so ridiculous, I do prophesied. Guys are ill-advised to dive into a fight with I the wicked eye, you will never get a blind.
Dude, that's, bruh, that's amazing. That is freaking awesome right there.
Man at the corner in the building! Oh my god! I ain't fam, I want to wheel up like 30 times! You are disgusting, fam! You should be locked up, fam! You should be locked away! Crimes against the pen, man!
We try. We ain't even done yet, but yeah,
bro.
we try.
You are an animal!
We try, bro.
Every time you come, you blow me away, fam.
I thought
You used to pass yourself every time. You know what? Sometimes people come back and their Friday booth weren't as good as the first.
You won't keep raising the levels.
Every Friday booth you've done has been better, bro.
No, thank you. We're trying.
I don't even know where to put that. Like, where do you put something like that? Like, you got scales, you got.
And see, that reaction is kind of... I'm trying to take and unpack stuff that I'm hearing, the lines and stuff like that as it's going along because I'm reacting to it. But mentally, I've got the same thing going through my head of like, just like, what? His first two were awesome. First two were awesome. The start was really good. This is just absolutely outstanding so far.
Levels. Fam, that's somewhere else.
Consistency, bro.
It's over there.
We got to respect the craft.
It's not even in the atmosphere, man.
It's a different league. We're trying it. Evidence is evidence. I think there's only been a few platforms that's put us all in the same space as MCs and allowed us to be judged.
Wow.
On our craft and not hype and marketing and what the record label's spending and all that. That's all good. There's nothing wrong with all of that. But it comes down to this at the end of the day, innit? Lyrics, flows, rhymes.
That was disgusting, bro.
We try. You know what? I brought something though.
What?
Because I thought, you know what? Even though I knew usually I would end it there, but I thought it's 10-year anniversary, 10 years since the first album, we got all this activity going on. How can we do something on this platform of all platforms to take it to a new space? So I brought you a present, bruv. You might have heard me mention it a few times in the rap.
Yep.
I wrote a graphic novel / illustrated poem, collaboration with an artist called Tokyo Ayama and Troy Edwards.
And that's for me, yeah?
That's for you, brother.
Did you sign it for me?
You know what, I didn't, but I will do when we come off air.
I love that.
I brought a copy for you, because I just wanted to give you a copy.
Love that, bro.
It's been very good, but also because this next piece I want to share is from that story. So I've written a story, it's a long-form rap that we've then illustrated and turned into a graphic novel about the rise and fall of human empires, and this particular piece is from a space in the story where the main character, we call the knowledge seeker, is being born and reborn in sites of conflict all throughout history. So I thought, let's give them something a bit conceptual, a bit different and out the box as well. I'm working with a composer at the moment to turn that into, for want of a better word, a spoken word opera. Shout out to Paul Gladstone Reed. So this is a piece that I wanted to share on this platform of all platforms, just to get us thinking about what the art of rhyming means and what it could be. So,
You ready for it?
I'm ready, bro.
You're an animal, man.
Let's do it.
Now, he said this is he's which I've got to find it now. I've got to freaking find it. I love spoken word. If you got Facebook, Button Poetry, spoken word, a lot of amazing, talented people. Spoken, dude, this right here, a lot of spoken word artists actually wind up taking and doing rap and things like that. So I've got to take a look for that. I'm also going to take and find that comic, the graphic comic or whatever that he, graphic novel thing that he did. Buy it.
And it seems I was there. Where? Everywhere. Every battle ever fought, every stab, every shot. Through the ages of humans, this killing machine, I could feel everything though. It wasn't a dream. I was every soldier that I'd ever fought, with a shield and a sword. All the blood ever drawn. From a dagger or a bayonet, an axe that will slay your neck, or automatic gats that clap, only spraying death. I was in a tank that exploded in Iraq, in a drive-by gang war spraying out cars. I was in Nam, dropping napalm, but it burned my skin. I was also Viet Minh. I was an Italian massacring Ethiopians, but the bullets only pierced my flesh because I was both of them. I could feel every single.
Dude, that's another thing people don't take and touch on. Talking about the Italians slaying the Ethiopians. That's another thing that you don't hear about.
Wound of the flesh, but also the pleasure of causing the death. I was a soldier of the caliphate on a crusade, a killer, using Christ in exactly the same way. I was every woman ever killed in a witch hunt, or every little girl forced to grow with a split soul. Cause men like to snip clits or zip bits closed, so their rape feels nice before they take my life. I was fighting for liberation, a woman and a general, bringing death to cowards that sold my genitals.
It's nice talking about the genital mutilation of women that happens in cultures. Takes and deadens that area. Number one, it's just not cool. I understand it's cultural, some of it's religious. Still, with the things that happen because of it, it's just...
Genitals. One moment, I killed to be freed. The next, I was a monarch that killed for my greed. Tutmosis III, Alexander the Fake, Caesar, Napoleon, Francis Drake. The arms of the state, with armies that are great, but I was also the resistance that's hardly ever praised. I was every indigenous person of America that died trying to protect their homes from a predator. Then a robe-clad Roman senator, and every noble that showed you the ways of the treacherous. I was in the Belgian Congo hacking off limbs. In Rwanda, a cancer doing the same thing. I was a Japanese general.
When the European countries took and made their way to colonizing Africa, the atrocities that were committed there, King Leopold had a zoo that was filled with people. Talking about being wisdom, and wisdom being from what I'm gathering, the character wisdom is basically the memory of ever collected memory of people who have been in the midst of wars and atrocities, whether it be the victim or the killers, or the victims or the killers, and those that are taking and defending themselves, or those that are the aggressors. Always remember, the victor writes the history book. So, if you've never heard of any of this stuff, if you're just checking this channel out, you've never heard of any of this stuff as far as what I just took and said, or what he just said before I took and paused it, after you get done with the video, man, go look at some history. This right here, this spoken word.
Showed you the ways of the treacherous. I was in the Belgian Congo hacking off limbs. In Rwanda, a cancer doing the same thing. I was a Japanese general occupying the Philippines. A Filipino child too young to know what it means. I was at Sharpeville, I was just 2. My mother with a bullet in her head, and I knew. Barely out of her womb, I played with her wound. I knew life was a cycle, she'll be back soon. I was a soldier of Ashanti resisting the British, but at the same time still selling humans to the Dutch. If you're honest with yourself and you look back through human history, you'd see that we're totally fucked. Cause I was that little girl in that church in Alabama. Then the Grand Wizard, then Margaret Sanger. Then I was Paul Warfield, Tibbets, Jr. Feeling just fine in a B-29. I did my job. 100,000 dead. I went home to relax. Then I was every child that were born with deformed limbs. Cause they were just pawns on the board to inform kings. I saw sharks following ships, intrigued by the trail that comes overboard. I saw sharks following the ship I was on. I knew then that it couldn't be long. We had tried to get free, but as if that were wrong, we were thrown overboard from the deck of the Zone. So many bodies that the sharks couldn't finish the flesh. It took the waves to administer death. And I joined the rest at the bottom of the sea. The uncounted millions that dreamed to be free. The next minute I was back on a ship. This time as a soldier of the French. Right off the coast of Haiti, we made a gas chamber for African.
Lee, dude. Good God. Holy shit. I hear the rest of that line about French ships in Haiti because it was another slave colony is what it was started as. You hear stuff sometimes, and this is more than just feeling something. Mike Righteous hears stuff, I feel it. I completely feel it. This is more of a Rembrandt being painted, except the canvas is red.
This time as a soldier of the French. Right off the coast of Haiti, we made a gas chamber for African rebels. I couldn't deal with the stench. Then my head was chopped.
Like, for real, this is just... I would take and comment on the thing about the, I know Haiti was a slave colony before they were released, or before they got their freedoms on the island. Didn't know anything about gas chambers and stuff like that. This is just one of those things. It's like the picture he's painting and the history. Like, if you've taken and read even moderately deep past what you learned in school. I mean, and if you take and go super deep, depending on what areas you take a look at when you go super deep, man, the stuff that you find, it's like, what, you know, why aren't they telling the whole truth on things?
Off by one of Dessalines' henchmen. He gave the order for killing all Frenchmen. All I could see was pyramids. Can you see? Designed by man's mind but built by his greed. The strangest pyramids I ever did see. It's not built by stones, but the bones of families.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I need everyone in the studio to make some noise for Akala. You are.
Dude, that's just. Never said that it's hard to take and look at something and be like a freestyle is a masterpiece. The freestyle was amazing. That spoken word right there, that was masterful. The characterization of death and atrocities. Dude, it's fucking brilliant.
Something else, fam. I mean,
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I don't know what it is about 2016, but it just feels.
It feels like a hot. Yeah, I can't even lie. I watched some of the other Fire in the Boost they've been lately. I've been like, whew. Whew. I'll just say it and be honest. Wretches in particular. I love Nasties before that. There's a few that I've loved. Bashies, a few of the years, there's been a few that I've been like, whew. And then Wretches came out this year. I was like, and I told him, I was like, oh,
Bro.
oh, that's a level. So,
You know what?
let's keep pushing the boundary and hopefully everyone who comes on there
I think he
keeps
just done that again. I think the boundary's
elevating
just
the
been
art of
pushed.
rhyming, you know?
Like, that was something else, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that was.
Trying.
I visualized every single last thing you said there.
I hope so. I hope so.
Every single last thing that you said was visual, bro.
I hope so.
Like, you know what? Sometimes I wish there were words to describe people like you, bro. Like, and that right there, for young bucks watching this, is why Akala's here 13 years later.
It's true. It's true.
And he's still doing what he's doing. He's a successful businessman.
We're trying.
Ownership is key. Everything that he has, he owns.
Try to.
Love the freestyle. Love the freestyle. That 9 or 11 minute piece of just a freestyle was. That was probably the best out of that one and the first one. I think were probably the best. Second was really good. Third one was really. Second was awesome. Third was really good. This one though, the freestyle was on another level. But that spoken word at the end of it, that portion, the excerpt that he took from the from what he gave to him. Dude, that's greatness right there. That's what that is. That's greatness. And the fact that more people don't know about him should be a sin. Really should. It should be a sin. Let me know in the comments whether you want me to take and unpack more stuff as I run across it. I try not to take in. I could unpack so much stuff from a lot of these things, especially when we get to spots like this with the spoken word. It's one thing to take and react to and comment on lines that are painting a picture and just taking a line or two and commenting on that about the picture that's being painted and how they use those lines to take and paint that picture. It's another thing to take stuff like that with historical, cultural, societal, I would say influence, but impact, basically. Things that have happened and things that are currently going on, whether it be talking about how the governments are taking, with the global monopolies and stuff like that, or history-based type stuff like he just did with that. Let me know in the comments what you'd rather see. Just, me taking and going through and not making it a 25, 30-minute long reaction, or would you rather see... Well, something like this, I'm sure it's going to be a 30-minute reaction. So, would you rather see something like that or take and unpack as much stuff as possible, even if it takes 50 or so minutes? If you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Y'all have a lovely one. Peace.